Hello students, good afternoon. We have started our OPAM portion. This is paper 2 electronics, analog electronics and unit 3, in which we have to study some transistor circuits and OPAM, operational amplifier. We have seen that last time. This is the symbol for OPAM. Those who haven't present last time, for them we are studying operational amplifier. Why it is called as operational amplifier? Anybody? What is the reason?
ये लो करंट को मॉडिफाई करके हम आउटपुट लेता है इन्वेस्टिंग।
कुछ नहीं समझा। आपको किसी को समझ में आया? What answer somebody has given? किसने बोला ये? Yes, Gopi, Mithilesh. The voice was not clear. You may be right, लेकिन आवाज नहीं आया ठीक से. Different operations. Which operations? Mathematical operations, right? Addition, subtraction, integration, differentiation, logarithmic operation, right? Or some type of conversion, voltage to frequency, frequency to voltage. All these operations can be done with the help of this op-amp. That's why it is called as operational amplifier. And the main function is amplification, right? Small voltage can be amplified with the help of this amplifier. Okay, that's why it is called as operational amplifier. It has two inputs, inverting and non-inverting. So V plus is non-inverting, as the name suggests, non-inversion. Inversion means minus, right? So if we are applying here some positive voltage to this input, this is DC voltage, positive DC voltage. Longer line is positive and shorter line is negative. So if you are applying some positive voltage to the inverting terminal of this op-amp, then at the output you are getting negative output. Okay, and suppose this is connected to ground. With respect to ground, that means 0 volt, this positive voltage will be negative, converted to negative. So such kind of conversion configuration of this op-amp is called as inverting amplifier. Okay, and if we are connecting this voltage, DC voltage, to positive terminal, that is non-inverting terminal of op-amp, and inverting terminal to ground, this is positive, negative, some DC voltage is applied to non-inverting terminal, then output will be positive, right? So that's why it is called as plus terminal or non-inverting terminal of op-amp. Okay, so actually what happens, the difference between these two input voltages, V plus and V minus, is multiplied by the gain. So now how gain is calculated, so that will be that we are going to discuss in application topic, right? Application of op-amp, inverting, non-inverting amplifier, and so on. So there the term gain of the circuit will come, and that gain will be decided by the external components, generally resistors. Okay, so if we are discussing inverting amplifier, this is non-inverting. No? So suppose non-inverting amplifier we are discussing and constructing, then we should have some resistor over here between inverting terminal, non-inverting terminal. Actually, that resistor is in between this. Let me erase this. Is in between this inverting terminal and output, and like this, and one resistor is also there, and then it is connected to ground. So this is R2 and this is R1. So the gain of this non-inverting amplifier K is given by 1 plus R2 upon R1. So there is some specific derivation for that, how to derive. Okay, that we will see in detail when we discuss non-inverting amplifier. Similarly, if it is inverting amplifier, this is my duster. Okay. So if it is inverting amplifier, then this non-inverting terminal is connected to ground. Inverting terminal will have resistor and some feedback resistor R2 will be there. This is R1 and input is applied here. Okay, then it will be inverting amplifier. That means when DC power supply is connected, input DC power supply is connected to inverting terminal, then it is called as inverting amplifier. Okay. If it is connected to non-inverting terminal, then that configuration will be called as non-inverting amplifier. Okay. So depending on to which terminal we are connecting our input DC supply, not the power supply, right? That is required for working of this op-amp. This is different. The input power supply is that power supply, that is input voltage, to provide input voltage to the op-amp circuit, that is to be connected to either in two input terminals, either of these two input terminals, in non-inverting or inverting. Okay, and the output voltage can be is nothing but the difference between two input voltages multiplied by the gain. I am just discussing how gain is set. So this inverting amplifier gain is given by minus equation minus R2 upon R1. Sometimes this R2 is called as RF. RF for what? Feedback resistor. So the process of taking part of the output and provide back to input is called as feedback process, feedback phenomena. Okay. This feedback phenomena is necessary in op-amp. This is negative feedback because we are connecting it to negative terminal. So this feedback process is required, it is necessary, it is needed to lower, to decrease the gain value, which is very high. Open loop gain value, you can call it as open loop gain value, which is very high, of the order of 10 raised to power 5. Okay, if we don't connect this kind of resistor between output and input, the gain value is very high. Now imagine if your circuit is having 10 millivolt input, right? Output equation is equal to gain multiplied by input, right? Vin. So our Vin is 10 millivolt and open loop gain is 10 raised to power 5. So 10 raised to power 5 multiplied by gain is, input is 10 millivolt. What will be the output? 10 multiplied by 10 raised to power 5 millivolt, right? So 10 raised to power 6 millivolt. Now 10 raised to power 6 milli means 10 raised to power kitna? Milli means
10 raised to 3
minus 3.
minus 3.
Okay, milli means minus 3. Mega means 10 raised to 6 and kilo means 10 raised to 3 plus 3. It is kilo, right? Or 10 raised to minus 3 means milli, like this, kilovolt, millivolt. Okay, so milli means 10 raised to power minus 3 volt. Now solve this, 10 raised to power 6 and 10 raised to power minus 3. So कितना आएगा?
10 raised to 6.
3 volt. So आपका आउटपुट कितना हुआ? 10 raised to 3 मतलब 1000 वोल्ट और इनपुट कितना था? 10 मिली वोल्ट. और डीसी इनपुट अगर आप 1000 वोल्ट बोलेंगे और एसी इनपुट also, so it is very big value of voltage, big voltage, right? So it is not required. So even if your value, input value is so low, millivolt मतलब बहुत ही small value है. So if your millivolt voltage is converted into very high voltage, that is not required. Our whole circuitry will be burned out, right? It will be burned. It will be damaged. इतना ज़्यादा voltage it cannot bear, right? So what is the remedy or what is the answer for this problem? To provide feedback. जैसे ही feedback आप देते हैं, this value, gain value will be lowered and that is required step for the op-amp circuits. Okay, so if you want op-amp circuits to be used in the labs or industries, then feedback is must. Okay, so now your gain is reduced. Suppose आपने R2 वैल्यू लिया 100 किलो ओम, resistor value 100 kilo ohm. R1 value you have taken 1 k ohm. K for kilo. Okay, 1 kilo ohm. Resistor value can be in kilo ohm, but voltage अगर ज़्यादा है तो that is not required, that is not expected. इतना ज़्यादा voltage कोई भी apparatus नहीं सहन कर सकता. It will be damaged, right? If you remember, our AC voltage is only 230 volt, right? और जो हमारे appliances है, the home appliances like TV and all they run on AC, right? But voltage is very small. अगर 1000 volt AC बोलेंगे तो very big wires they are required to carry that voltage. जो हमारे घर में जो वायर्स यूज करते हैं हम, they are not sufficient to carry 1000 volt, right? They should be of very the capacity should be of that much so that they can carry that much current through it, right? So all the appliances they need very small voltage of the order of below 30 volt हो जाता है, right? 30 volt DC में बहुत सारे appliances चल जाते हैं. Okay, only special जो ट्रांसफार्मर वगैरह हैं they only deal with the high voltages. Okay, so that's why the reason is that feedback process is necessary. What is the reason? To lower the gain value. So अगर आपका inverting amplifier है, then R2 is this one, R1 is this one, then gain value is defined as minus R2 upon R1. So R2 कितना है? 100 किलो ओम. R1 कितना है? 1 किलो ओम. Kilo will be cancelled. So what is your gain value? 100 only. So if your 10 millivolt signal is there, input is there, multiply by 100 करेंगे तो 10 multiply by 100, that will be your output. So what will the value? 10 raised to power 3 into 10 raised to power milli means -3. 2 0 यहाँ से 1 0 यहाँ से, so हो गया 10 raised to +3. और मिली कहाँ से आया? ये 10 raised to power -3 comes from milli. So अभी कितना हो गया? ये कट गया 1 volt only. So what is the output voltage? 1 volt, right? So your gain, which is decided by this external resistors, is very small now. So that is reduced with the help of this feedback process, right? So it is advantageous. Feedback process is advantageous to op-amp working. That is needed. Understood? In Viva, these questions are asked. You should note it down. Okay. Now, large open loop voltage gain is typically 10 raised to power 5. So it is reduced with the help of feedback process. Very large open loop voltage gain. Open loop means without feedback. Why it is called as open loop? Let me draw again. Now there is no loop here, right? Open is there, open connection is there. But if I connect any resistor here, now the loop is closed. So closed loop gain, it is called as closed loop gain. And if there is not any resistor, then that is open loop gain, and that gain is very high. Okay. Very large CMRR, common mode rejection ratio. What is CMRR? Common mode rejection ratio. Okay. Now, why it is very large value? So CMRR, it is defined as differential mode gain divided by common mode gain. Now, what is differential mode gain and what is common mode gain? I will discuss with the help of differential amplifier circuit. Now, differential amplifier circuit has two inputs and two outputs. Okay. So, differential mode means it has two inputs and two output. That configuration is called as differential mode gain. And common mode gain means it has two inputs which are common. Common means same input. And differential mode configuration means inputs are different. So if inputs are different, different means what? It has different values. V1 and V2 are different values. Okay. So a different value is there, then gain can be defined as output upon input. So inputs are different. So V plus minus V minus, right? So this difference has some definite value, right? So इसको अगर definite value है तो it has some ratio. V out upon V in will be some ratio, right? And that ratio can be defined by this differential mode gain. So it has some finite value, right? Finite value. कुछ होगा 100, 200, not necessarily round up number, right? It has some value, finite number. But common mode gain, if you see, common mode means input and output are same. Sorry, these two inputs are same, non-inverting input and inverting input. So common mode gain is defined again by V out by V in, where V in are same. That means V in is 0. Why? Because V plus and V minus both are equal. These are equal means their difference is 0, right? V plus minus V minus is 0. So if it is 0, V in is 0, then V out upon 0 will be, yes, infinite. Anything divided by 0 will be infinite. So our common mode gain will be infinite, right? So common mode gain is infinite means CMRR is also,
मैम कॉमन मोड पे से इनफाइनाइट होगा, वो
नहीं
कॉमन
सॉरी,
मोड में सेम है।
ये 0 है, सॉरी ये इनफाइनाइट है ना, सॉरी इनपुट इज 0, राइट। एक मिनट, यहाँ सब खिचड़ी हो गया इसलिए मेरा भी कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है, लेट मी क्लियर दिस। We are defining ACM, that is, we are defining common mode gain, which is nothing but the output upon input, right? So output has some, suppose, finite value. Input is difference of two inputs, non-inverting input and inverting input, right? Their difference is input now. So suppose in common mode, the values of V plus and V minus, they are same, right? So the denominator will be 0 because values are same. So their difference is 0. So anything divided by 0 will be infinite. So common mode gain is infinite. So common mode gain is infinite. So you can say practically 10 raised to power 5 value is there. It is very large value. But ideally infinite we can call it, right? So if it is infinite, what is CMRR? Formula for CMRR, common mode rejection ratio, is differential mode gain divided by common mode gain. So now differential mode gain as some value, finite value, divided by common mode gain is infinite, right? So it comes out to be 0. So if it is very high value, no, it is again CMRR is, it comes out to be 0 ना, right? अगर ये infinite है तो CMRR 0 आ रहा है, am I right? Anything
मैम
हाँ बोलो।
डिफरेंस मोड का आपने जो डिफरेंट मोड का बताए थे, तो वी आउटपुट अपॉन वी इनपुट था, उसमें नीचे जो वी प्लस और माइनस वी माइनस था, तो वहां पे 0 हो रहा था।
राइट,
कॉमन मोड में भी तो मैम वही कॉमन मोड में भी तो वही हो रहा है।
common mode gain we are getting infinite ना, because of this input same है ना input यहाँ। in differential mode gain inputs are not same, so V out upon input will have some finite value, right? So that is different from this common mode gain. same कैसे हो रहा है?
यस मैम।
हाँ
नहीं
same
नहीं मैम, ऊपर वाला जो था ना, पहले आपने उसमें कंफ्यूज कर दिए थे, तो फिर नहीं
हाँ
समझ रहा
वो सब खिचड़ी हो गया था इसलिए गड़बड़ हो गया था। So a differential mode gain has some finite value, but common mode gain has infinite value, है ना, large value, वो तो ठीक आ रहा है, but CMRR तो हाई होना चाहिए ना, but CMRR तो यहाँ लो हो गया है ना, 0 हो गया ना। कॉमन मोड गेन अगर हम हाई वैल्यू रखते हैं यहाँ इनफाइनाइट, तो सेन एनी फाइनाइट वैल्यू, इसको फाइनाइट वैल्यू है, राइट, डिवाइडेड बाय कॉमन मोड गेन है इनफाइनाइट। सो इसका रेशियो अगर हम लेंगे तो CMRR शुड बी 0, राइट, आइडियली। बट ये तो बड़ा लार्ज है, ये देखो, वेरी लार्ज। CMRR is very great, very high, typically greater than 90 dB. So कहाँ पे गड़बड़ हो रहा है? According to formula, it is right. But according to this, it's not there. Let me check. One more thing we want to discuss. Last time रह गया था ये offset null ना, ये रह गया था. I will check that and then come to you. Offset null was the arrangement. ये रह गया था ना. So here we have to connect variable resistor that is called as potentiometer between 1 and 5. Both are offset null terminals. Okay. So this, suppose 10K pot is there. Potentiometer means variable resistor. 10,000, that is 10K pot we connect here, and we vary the resistance between this 1 and 5 terminal and check the output. Output should be nullified. Nullified means 0. Output should be 0 at particular position of this potentiometer. Okay. So that is called as nullifying the offset voltage. So what happened in the construction of this differential amplifier? This is differential amplifier which is used in the construction of op-amp. There are two transistors, as I told you, Q1 and Q2. So these are two inputs, V minus and V plus, inverting and non-inverting. This is plus VCC and you can call it as minus VEE instead of ground. So these two transistors Q1 and Q2, they are not, they are, you can say their number is same. That means they are manufactured by the same manufacturer, right? The part number is also same. So we have to take identical transistors, but though their number is same, their make is same, model is same, still in the construction small amount of semiconductor may be differ, so that makes them small difference of voltage at their output. So if we take the output here and here, the difference between these two collector voltages, this is VC1 and this is VC2. So output voltage will be difference between these two collector voltages, VC1 and VC2. So the small difference between the construction of this Q1 and Q2, there we are getting some voltage here if inputs are same. If we are providing same input voltage, there should be output should be 0, right here, but we are not getting output 0. So that output voltage is called as offset voltage. Either these are same or we can connect it to ground. So in the absence of any input voltage, output should be 0, but it is not 0, some millivolt offset voltage is present at the output of op-amp, the 6 number terminal. Okay, so this offset voltage should be nullified with the help of this offset null arrangement. That's why it is called as offset null. Null means 0. So offset null arrangement is necessary to make this excess offset voltage to 0. Okay, so whenever you are using op-amp for precision application in your lab, then you need to do this procedure before connecting it to, that means when you connect in the circuit, you have to connect some potentiometer 10,000 or 10k pot, and be sure that there is no offset voltage at the output, and then go further. Okay, so these are the two terminals used for offset null arrangement. CMRR का इसमें नहीं है, I think. Now, what is saturation? In every working of this, in the working of this op-amp, we come to this word very often, saturation. Op-amp goes to saturation, or transistor goes to saturation. What is this saturation? It reaches to some constant voltage, either negative or positive, that is called as saturation. So this is called as positive saturation, and this is called as negative saturation. That means after certain procedure, in certain process, this op-amp output increases, then reaches to some saturation value, either positive or negative. For negative saturation, the voltage will decrease and reach to some constant value, negative value, and it has some gain. So this is called as voltage characteristics of op-amp. Okay, so the slope of this straight line is called as gain of the op-amp, K. Okay, so saturation is caused by increasing or decreasing the input voltage to cause the output voltage to equal to power supply's voltage. Now power supply voltage means what? Note that saturation level of traditional op-amp is 80% of supply voltage, with the exception of CMOS op-amp. We are using BJT op-amp, that means bipolar junction transistor op-amp. ट्रांजिस्टर के टाइप्स है, which types? One is bipolar junction transistor, other is CMOS transistor. Okay, in TY you will come to know more about this CMOS. Right now, all general purpose transistor, they are called as BJT, bipolar junction transistor. Okay, so we are using BJT in construction of op-amps. So 80% of the supply voltage we will get as saturation value. Now 80% means what? Suppose you are connecting here 15 volt supply. Okay, so 15 volt ka 80% will be around 13 volt. एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू निकालो, सेम है क्या? 15 का 80%, 13 वोल्ट आ रहा है या पॉइंट में आ रहा है कुछ? So that much saturation value will be there for this op-amp. So if you are providing plus minus 15 volt to op-amp, कितना आ रहा है? 12 आ रहा है. Okay. So 12 volt is 18% of this 15 volt. So its saturation value will be plus minus 12. Positive saturation plus 12, negative saturation minus 12. Okay. So op-amp will be saturated to up to this value. Maximum कितना तक जाएगा इसका value? Plus 12 volt for positive saturation. If we are getting negative saturation value, then it will go maximum up to minus 12 volt. उसके नीचे नहीं जाएगा. Though the supply voltage is plus minus 15 volt, it will never reach to this value. Only plus minus 12 volt. Okay. So this is called as saturation value. Potentially just a few millivolt of change in the difference between these inputs V plus and V minus can cause the op-amp to reach the saturation value. So if there is change in values of plus and minus input voltages, that means inverting and non-inverting values, then small change in this input values, their difference will cause or to reach the op-amp, will cause the op-amp to reach to its saturation value. Okay. So इसका theoretical meaning ये है. Practically when we discuss the applications, you will come to know what is saturation value. So these are the ideal characteristics: infinite voltage gain, infinite input impedance. Practically value क्या बोलेंगे इसे? Very high, because infinite practically is not possible. Very high voltage gain, infinite input impedance, that means very high practically input impedance, zero output impedance, small value of output impedance, typically less than 200 ohm, infinite bandwidth, so very high bandwidth. So many channels can be accommodated when you use op-amp in the communication circuits, or zero input offset voltage. That means very small value of input offset voltage. So ideally it should be zero only.
Ma'am, impedance meaning?
Impedance means input AC and DC resistance values. Suppose you are connecting AC supply, you are dealing with AC voltage, then the resistance in the circuit, it is called as impedance. Actually, you can call it as AC resistance, and if you are connecting DC voltage in your circuit, then it is resistance of that resistance in the circuit is called as DC resistance. Instead of only resistance, we will call it as DC resistance. And if both the supplies are there, AC and DC inputs are there, then the resistance in the circuit is called as impedance. AC resistance plus DC resistance is called as impedance. Collectively, it is called as impedance. Separately, we don't discuss AC resistance and then DC resistance. Collectively, it is called as impedance. For example, जैसे ये एक op-amp है. This op-amp is having feedback resistance and one input resistance Ri, and I am connecting here AC voltage source, right? 3 number pin is grounded, and I am writing equation of output as this is inverting amplifier circuit. You can call it as inverting. Why? What is the reason? Because input is connected to inverting terminal, right? That's why it is inverting amplifier. So I can write gain multiplied by input, right? So input is V in, and gain of the circuit of inverting amplifier is minus RF upon RI, right? So this RF, RI, because of this resistance, now you can call it as, sorry, due to this AC source, some current will flow, right? Some current will flow. So AC current will cause some voltage to develop across this RI, right? So you can call it as AC resistance. So the AC resistance in the circuit due to the AC supply, that is called as, and some DC resistance in the circuit, right? So all the DC resistance of this connecting wires, it has some resistance, connecting wires has some resistance, so that is DC resistance. So all this DC resistance and AC resistance collectively is called as impedance.
Yes,
Okay?
ma'am.
And zero input offset voltage, ideally it is zero, small amount of offset voltage will be there. You can make it zero by using that external arrangement we have just seen. So ideally both inputs of an op-amp are at exactly the same voltage, then the output should be 0 volt. But in practice, small voltage must be applied to the inputs to force the output to 0. This is called as input offset voltage, right? And the arrangement is that one. We have to connect one potentiometer, right, between 1 and 5, pin number 1 and 5. Five minutes are there. Let me take attendance. I will create a Google Classroom. You have to join that classroom for notes and assignments. Okay, if any.
Ma'am, link.
I have to create. Then I will share the link on your WhatsApp group.
Okay, ma'am.
Other teachers ने किया है शायद ना, क्रिएट किया.
संदीप सर का हुआ है मैम, नीता मैम का अभी नहीं हुआ है और आपका भी नहीं हुआ है.
There are 9 teachers, I think. At
Yes,
least
ma'am.
7-8 teachers are there physics के, है ना?
Yes, ma'am. आशीष सर और फिर जगदीश सर का है.
SY BSc A division, नहीं B division है ना आपका. B division में मैथ्स, स्टैट्स और फिजिक्स ही है ना?
Yes, ma'am. Maths, physics.
SY BSc B, आज का डेट है 23. Can you see this document? Open loop gain दिख रहा है?
Yes, ma'am.
Now see, this is the equivalent circuit of operational amplifier. ये हमने देख लिया था. डिफरेंशियल एम्पलीफायर। नाउ कॉमन मोड गेन किसको बोलते हैं? Read this paragraph. Like the input signal, the output signal is also balanced, and since the collector voltages swing in opposite directions, the output voltage signal taken from two collectors is perfectly balanced. Is assuming a perfectly balanced circuit, the zero bit difference between the two collector voltages. If we take output here between two collectors, and ideally if there is no difference between these two voltages which are recorded at the two collectors, then it is known as common mode gain. Common mode gain of the amplifier when the input is 0. That is called as common mode operation with the common mode gain. And operational amplifiers also have one output, although there are ones with an additional differential output. We can take only one output also from this. यहाँ पे only one, इसको नहीं लेना है, ट्रांजिस्टर 1 के कलेक्टर में आउटपुट नहीं लेना है, but we have to take for single mode output, we have to take output from this second transistor TR2 के कलेक्टर से लेना है. This will be our pin number 6. Okay, output. Actually it is not exactly the output. इसके बाद भी gain stage है, then push pull amplifier, and then we get op-amps output, right? But for this now, this is the differential amplifier circuit, which is the first stage of this op-amp. ये सर्किट हमने देखा था, सॉरी डायग्राम देखा था. Which diagram? This one. This one. Differential amplifier is the first stage. तो यहाँ पे अब हमें एक ही आउटपुट आएगा. So that output will be this one. This will be the op-amps output, pin number 6. So we can't say that this is our output, right? Differential amplifier का output और दो stages से के through जाता है, and then we get output. This is the common mode rejection ratio. I will discuss this later on. Already 50 हो गया है. ठीक है. CMRR का इश्यू हम नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में डिस्कस करेंगे. What is your next lecture है अभी?
Yes, ma'am. Maths का इंदिरा सर का.
So you are going out ना?
Yeah, ma'am.
दूसरे क्लास में जाएंगे ना?
22.
हाँ ठीक है. फिर I am ending this meeting.